right, you fat slag. Move your ass.
How dare you speak to me like that? You horrible, spiteful little rat!
I've heard better singing from a mongoose with throat cancer.
I won't stand for this treatment any longer. I'm an artist. I demand respect.
Heidi, where do you...
Hi, welcome to Just That Film. I'm Charlie.
I'm Ben.
And at last we are doing the cinematic Goliath, the film that one of the most popular films of all time. When I say Peter Jackson, it's the film that pops into your head. Stunning effects, costumes, and it really
Unforgettable characters.
And it's just one of those things, the emotions you go through, and it changed cinema. Many people call it their favourite film of all time. Meet the Feebles.
From 1989.
Yes, Peter Jackson's best film, I'd say.
We ain't going to do a starring because obviously they're puppets.
Starring Bletch the Walrus, Heidi the Hippo, what's the porcupine called?
I can't remember.
It's the new boy.
It's really
great. It's really great to be here. Thank you so much. Woo, woo, woo. And he likes Lucille, the little. God, it's
Actually, you know what? Right, we're talking about this film because I'd seen it. Obviously, we used to watch this as kids, and I thought, right, it'd be interesting to. Like, we always liked it. It'd be interesting to look back at this film. Anyway, I watched it again. It must be the first time I've actually properly watched it, like. As an adult,
yeah,
really. And how the fuck we watched this as kids? But it didn't bat an eyelid. It wasn't like anything weird. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is so bad. It is like, you could not be worse. Like, it's got like the sex, the drugs, the violence.
Shit eating.
It's everything about it. Everything. It's like, and we watched this as kids. It's like, just like a normal...
And the drug taking.
Kids programme.
The sexual disease.
The rape. There's like, everything. It's like, everything you could think of is in this film.
Racism.
Everything. Oh, Terry, yeah. Like with the Vietnam.
Oh, no. But even... Right, anyway, we'll get into that in a sec. So basically the film is like... Yeah, it's like the Muppets, but what I like, because I think Peter Jackson, what did he do before this? Was it No, I think he done Brain Dead after this.
Yeah, I think this is one of his first.
He done like 3 sort of over-the-top sort of gory slasher ones. Then he done Frighteners in the mid-90s. That was his first venture into Hollywood, which I actually quite like, Frighteners.
I don't think I've seen that one.
We'll do it at one point. And then obviously he became huge with this
Lord
trilogy. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I can't remember. But this was like, you can tell it's like they got the puppets, or they got the idea. Let's do a puppet thing. What is the worst? What's the one thing you don't expect puppets to do?
Yeah.
Okay, and they probably had a big whiteboard saying, right, well, one of them's got to be like a Vietnam vet who's having flashbacks and he's addicted to like heroin or something. Yeah, perfect. We'll do him. And he does a knife throwing act.
Yeah.
He kills the
cat.
It's like, and they just... And
then there's Lucille, who the little porcupine falls in love with. She's like the new girl.
She's like a little puppy dog.
Yeah, little puppy. And then the rat drugs her and then he pulls her top down and starts rubbing her. And it's like, and she's...
Yeah. So right, let's go through the story. I think that's the best way. So obviously it opens with the big sort of number, Meet the Feebles.
Yeah, it's like a big cabaret. Yeah, like a big sort of like they're
the
going live.
Show.
Yeah, they're going live in 12 hours or something,
so
and it's like
rehearsal.
Or 24 hours. It's the rehearsals. It's like a big sort of television event, and they're like celebrities. They're like the equivalent of the Muppets, but it's what you don't see. Like it's all the darkness behind. Like they're like the dodgy version of the Muppets. It's like with all the seediness, but with the public, they are like clean cut, like the Muppets are.
Yeah, she's obviously meant to be like Miss Piggy. Isn't she?
Yeah.
She's like the Miss Piggy type.
Yeah,
and it's just straight from the get go. As soon as the song finishes, what does the rat say to her? You fat slag. While he's smoking, the rat just smoke. The rat he's one of my favourite characters, the rat, because he's the worst. He's probably the most vile character in it. You know, how he's sort of he's drug dealing all the time. Yeah. He's killing people and whatever.
And he's just vile. He's just like, and the fly.
God, and
that fly.
Yeah, the flies. But right, so then that happens. Then obviously, she goes to see Bletch.
Bletch is he's like the manager, isn't he? He's
the
like
big walrus,
the big man.
who's shagging that cat,
the little Siamese cat.
With a southern accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he detests you.
Yeah.
And she obviously, she's deluded in her head, much like Miss Piggy. This is why she's clearly inspired by her. She thinks she's all pretty and everything and adorable. And he can't stand her. And I like the bit where he says to her, "Look at you, you're disgusting. I don't want to be near you."
She's standing there with her boobs out and all that kind of stuff.
God, yeah, it's so funny.
It's actually, when you think of it, it wasn't this like shocking when we watched it as kids.
No, which is weird. There was a bit that actually made me retch, and that was the bit where the rabbit's in the toilet and the fly is talking to him, going, I got the scoop, and he looks in the toilet and the fly's like, eating his shit with a spoon, and you see and you think, that's just vile.
Even
so gross.
Even with how dark our imaginations are, I don't think we could have come out with something like this.
I think we would have drawn the line out of a number of things. So, well played, Peter Jackson, for actually pushing the envelope and doing absolutely everything you can think of.
Yeah.
So then the porcupine turns up.
He's like the only normal one,
Roger, is it?
Roger with the lisp.
Or something like that. Anyway, so he's like really ambitious. Like, I've always wanted to be part of the Feebles kind of thing. And then he sees Lucille and falls in love with her. He turns into like a little ball. The worms.
He's like he reminds me of Granddad George. He's like a nice. He's lovely. He's like the nice one. You know, out of all of them, he's only normal one.
Survivors. Yeah. So then, obviously, he falls for Lucille, sings a song for her and stuff. And then, and the rat is doing porn. He's doing the porn in the basement with that big cow being whipped by a cockroach. And when she sits on him and crushes the cockroach, he goes,
and then there's the auntie who keeps sniffing the knickers.
Yeah. And then sort of dribbling that. But like when she kills the cockroach and the rat's shouting, you fat bitch, he's like, couldn't you tell you was fucking sitting on him?
Yeah.
I thought it was my hemorrhoids. So the poor cockroach died with hemorrhoids being crushed in his face. Yeah. God, yeah.
And there's the rabbit who gets ill, he's like the star, he's one of the stars of the show, and he's shagging everything, and he thinks he's got some sort of like deadly disease. Yeah. And it's just mental. It's just
that. You know what? And that sort of reminds me. The very first time I see this, I don't know how old I was. I was really young.
Probably about 6.
But I was older. Well, it came out
89. 89.
It probably came on Sky Movies like 90, 99. So yeah, it was about 8, 9. Thinking, it's the Muppets. Yeah. I caught it halfway through. I don't know whether you taped it, but I always see the second half. I see the second half of that film
more than
the whole film.
Yeah.
Like I see the second half of it probably about half a dozen times before I got to see the film in total. Right. Because, as far as I always knew, the rabbit was always sick.
Right.
Because he gets sick quite early, but at the very beginning, you see he's like this. He's sort of the compare, isn't he? I guess he's like the Kermit.
Yeah.
He's like the compare, and then he gets really sick and he's vomiting,
and all the pus coming out of his sores and stuff. Yeah. But it's shocking how graphic it is and how grotesque it is. But I love it because of that. And I found it on YouTube actually, and I thought, YouTube, they're gonna be cutting all bits out. The whole film is on YouTube, and it's a good quality version of it as well. I just don't think that they've checked what it is. Because I was thinking, that's gonna be cut, like the bit in like Vietnam. When they're playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, that's obviously like a homage to sort of Deer Hunter, but it's right out of order what he does to that other frog, because the one who saved him is General, and then he leaves him in the hole, doesn't he? And you think, because where he's so scared and stuff. But if you notice, the first frog that gets killed is a darker frog than the others. It's obviously meant to be the black character. They call him 8-Ball, which is a racist term they used to call like the black.
And they're cooking his legs, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah. And obviously you got the Viet Cong. They make them really sort of caricatured, like buck teeth.
Yeah, you couldn't do that
slanted now. Eyes and stuff. And
you couldn't do that now.
I mean, you couldn't do it then. I don't know how he got away with it. No. I think it was just they pushed it so far. There's a thing where I can't remember what film it was. We've done a podcast on a film, and I think it might have been Scarface. But basically, what loads of times they do in film, they push it as far as they can. They make it really gross, over the top.
Yeah, but how did this get through any censorship?
No, but this is what they do. This is so you make a film, you make it as gross and over the top as possible, and the BBFC or the MPAA, they'll get it and they'll go, right. They have to sit there with a pen and paper and say, right, well, they've said fuck this many times. Oh my God, he's raping that poodle. He's doing this. right. Whole list of stuff. And they'll say, you've got an X rating unless you remove this stuff. And often they'll remove stuff. And I think with this, they just went, no, we'll keep the X rating.
Yeah.
We're fine. We don't want to cut anything out. We'll keep it as is. Well, no one's going to see it. He goes, well, no one's going to fucking see it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you can't imagine taking it to like a Saturday screening for the kids.
But I can imagine there's a lot of people would look and go, oh, it's a puppet show, it can't be that bad, and let their kids watch it like we watched it.
Yeah, like you think,
I don't think Mum ever paid attention to what we was watching.
that's probably
like,
how we watched it. She probably like looking, thinking,
oh, it's a cartoon.
oh, it's like
yeah,
a Muppets kind of thing. Oh, you like the Muppets? Sit and watch this. Yeah. So then, obviously, once he's doing the porn, the rat, and Bletch, who's making money out of it, says, right, well, you've got to try something new. No one wants all this cow stuff anymore. Let's do something else. And he said, oh, I got just the one, boss. And he goes and date rapes the poodle. The
little poodle who's just started, the new little singer.
Yeah. Rapes her, obviously.
And then Roger walks in while she's getting molested. Yeah. And he thinks that she's just being a slut.
Yeah.
And she's looking at, oh my God, she's going, Lucille! Oh, and he's like, oh, rubbing up her chest and all that. And the rat's just
walking out, he goes, hey, go have a go. Yeah. This is really good.
Yeah. It's really bad. I was sitting there going, oh my God.
Another bit that used to freak me out a little, I think the first time, the very first thing that in it, which made me know when I was a kid that it wasn't normal Muppets, was the bit where they'd got all that coke and they get the one with the nozzle to snort it,
and it all
dissolves his because it's like drain cleaner. Yeah. So then they make the other one sort of, they pour it down him and it totally dissolves his body. I remember that like being a bit freaky.
Yeah. And I love the ending of it as well, like the big massacre, like when she just loses it.
Because she just wants to kill herself at first, doesn't she?
And at the end, and she just kills everybody. She just goes mental, and her eyes go mental. And
it's all thanks to that cat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because she comes in and goes, oh, the safety's on.
Yeah.
Like, have you bitch?
Yeah. And then she just goes round, and there's a song playing, and everyone is just getting massacred. Like the rabbit, he goes, oh, I'm well, and I ain't gonna die. And like everyone, and like and there's the elephant with the chicken
bait, half chicken
who
bait.
sits there moaning at him.
Look like me.
It is brilliant. I actually love it. I think it's a really, really funny film.
And he gets kneecapped, doesn't he? The elephant survives. The chicken dies.
Yeah.
His baby, like, he runs out for his baby and gets shot in the kneecaps.
Yeah.
Obviously the Roger and Lucille survive.
Yeah.
I think his name's Roger. I keep saying it.
It is Roger. I think it's Roger.
But and then the worm survives.
Yeah.
Because I think he's...
And at the end, it shows you like...
Oh, and the fox survives, doesn't he? The one who's the director.
Oh,
yeah. I think he hides in the carrot or something, and then afterwards he says that he released the rights.
That's right. Yeah.
He's the one who wants to sing "Sodomy," and the
songs are actually really good and catchy. Like the Garden of Love, I love that song.
Yeah,
I think it's a brilliant song, and it's sort of like, I just love that end part of it. And she goes, and she's gone all mad, and then the police are coming. And she goes, "Can I sing Garden of Love again?" And it is like sort of almost like what's it called? Sunset Boulevard. It's like, well, without all that massacre bit, but it's like she's just lost it, and it's like she's. I think it's just funny.
And also when it's got the thing, it's showing what they got up to and stuff. And she now works on a checkout until like she's been in prison for 10 years or whatever, massacring.
Yeah, she's got no identity, and then she's now a checkout girl. But it's like, I think I love it even more because it is so offensive for today's standards.
Yeah,
it was offensive when in our day, I expect, but like we just was oblivious to it.
I don't know if I've shown Lily it. But the thing is, I'd rather have shown Lily it when she was like 14.
Yeah.
Because I think she would have like taken to it a little bit more, you know.
It was filmed in a railway shed in New Zealand.
I knew it was in New Zealand. because obviously that's where he's from, and he shoots all.
Is he from New Zealand then? I didn't know that. Okay,
that
makes sense.
That's because Lord of the Rings was shot in New Zealand as well.
Yeah, and it was also going to be called The Frogs of War.
Yeah, but that's all because of that one little bit in the middle where he's the knife thrower. He's talking about his PTSD with fighting in the Vietnam War. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's that whole Vietnam War sequence nearly never got shot, and all the crew put the money up for that. They all put money up to make sure they shot the Vietnam.
That bit was shot because they'd run out of money because no one was investing in it, and I think people was pulling money out, and they over budget. Because the thing is, if you think all them puppets as well, it costs money, and to film without being seen, like without seeing wires, and it's filmed very well. You know, like you could obviously see Heidi. She's a person in a suit.
When she's running down the boulevard or whatever, running down when she's jogging. Yeah. You think she's going full pelt. Yeah. So the person in that suit,
it was a bloke in there. It was a bloke. But the thing is also face moves as well. So they had someone different for the face, moving the face, and a lot of the voice actors actually doubled up and did.
They
characters as well, because I suppose
it's the same Muppets they used to, like Frank Oz and Jim Henson used to do like most of the voices or a large portion of the voices.
Hi, Harry. Just doing a bit of undercover work. That rash on your groin looks pretty ugly. Don't taste too good neither.
Yeah, get out of my bed, you parasite!
Yeah, it was banned in Ireland.
Oh, everything gets banned in Ireland. Life of Brian got banned in Ireland. What was that? It was Priest? Priest got banned in Ireland?
Yeah. Peter Jackson's actually in the movie. He's wearing an alien costume
Bad Taste.
That's it, from the film Bad Taste.
That was the one before. That was the one I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
He does Bad Taste, then he done this, and then he done, I think it's Brain Damage.
So was this his sort of style then before?
Yeah, he done that sort of like, he done like horror comedy.
So how did he leap from that to, he's like Oscar winner?
Well, because he done horror comedy, what happened? So he done low budget horror comedy, right, in New Zealand. And I think Frighteners was the key, because Frighteners is a horror comedy. So all the stuff there was in place, the studio would have gone, right, we've got Michael J. Fox doing this film, Frighteners. We need someone who can do a horror comedy. And they probably banded a few names about, and then someone said, well, Peter Jackson, who done Bad Taste, and I'm sure it's brain dead, he does good horror comedy, so we've talked to him. Yeah, he's on board with it, he's excited. And because that was his first mainstream, then you can build from there. So he started off, there was like a 20-minute film called The Valley. Then he done Bad Taste in 87, Meet the Feebles, Brain Dead in 92. Now, Brain Dead got good reviews, like 7.4 on there. Heavenly Creatures. So he's starting to sort of... Then, yeah, Frighteners was his last one, really, before Lord of the Rings. So it's amazing that he was able to get such a huge budget for Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings was obviously a passion project for him.
Yeah.
And to its credit, it does a lot of practical effects in it, and he done, when you compare it to, say, The Hobbit, which came years later, The Hobbit is almost all CGI, and it looks pants. It looks really shit. Comparatively.
Yeah, I don't like CGI, and especially old CGI when it first came out, because it just looks terrible. Even like Titanic. If you look at Titanic and now you see like when they've got the people walking on the deck, when it sort of like zooms out, it's just so bad. They should redo that. They should actually like something like that, because you don't want your attention taken away from the film. That's good. That's as good as that.
Okay, but the problem with that is there's loads of films where notoriously, I think Star Wars and E.T. and I think Indiana Jones, they done it as well, but I don't remember it too well. But what Spielberg and George Lucas done in the 90s, they sort of ruined them films a little bit. Because what they done is, with Star Wars, they added aliens, CGI aliens, which at the time they thought, oh good, look, we can show what we wanted to see. And it looks shit. And you think, I'd rather have the bad effects from before, the costumes with like little bits of flap on them. And E.T. is the notorious one, because Steven Spielberg took E.T. and you know, like at the end when the kids are flying with the bikes, he digitally removed all the guns from the cops' hands and stuck radios in their hands. Because it's less offensive to have...
What, before the film was released?
No, the film got released. I'm saying, in the 90s. He updated it. He went, because we can... And he updated E.T. and E.T.'s now all CGI, like, sticking his head up and stuff. And he thought, I liked the
Leave
old,
it as it is.
But this is what I'm saying. So you're saying with Titanic, you might think, oh, they can update it and make it look better now.
Actually, don't really notice so much as Titanic.
Leave it.
So it's a couple of little bits. It's only when you look for it and you think, oh.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you look for stuff in lots of films, you'll find it.
But that's why you should learn. You should always do practical. If you look back to the first Terminator, which James Cameron done on a shoestring, really, there's like a bit where Arnie's on the bonnet and you see all the walls swimming past as he's about to punch through the thing, and you're thinking, wow, he must have been on that car in real life going at that speed. But what they actually had was the wall was like a canopy thing spinning around really quickly. So it looks like he's going along at high speed. And but because it's all in camera, it still looks good to this day. Whereas if they'd done CGI, you'd look and go, oh, it looks shit. Yeah. But you know, when you've got all the audience at the end, obviously loads of them you can see just people wearing masks like humans. Vast majority of them are actually just cardboard cutouts. They've got some puppets, some cardboard cutouts, and some
just made do with what they had. I think I've got my things mixed up here because I've got down as a fact it lost Best Pictures to Godfather 2.
It did. It definitely didn't beat Godfather 2 for Best Picture.
So I think I've actually sort of written something else here. So ignore that.
The film was originally conceived as part of a television series and only belatedly became a feature after Japanese investors proposed expanding it. As such, the script was hastily rewritten. So, but I prefer it as a film.
Oh yeah, it's a one-off thing, and I like the fact that it's very dramatic at the end, and it is like they all get their comeuppance, but every character in it's vile. Well, majority of characters, I say 90% of the characters are vile. It's brilliant. I love it.
All of the vehicles in this movie are based on Morris Minors, which are British family cars that were in production in Great Britain and Australia from the late 1940s until 1971. The production team could not get hold of blank rounds for the M60 machine gun that Heidi the Hippo uses in the film. Therefore, in the climactic ending, when Heidi goes on a murderous rampage, the firearm she uses was discharging live ammunition.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. And all you got to bear in mind, the person firing it, even if they're like...
They're in
this big costume, like, action! Fuck. Yeah.
See, I like the old days because you could get away with stuff like that then.
While Harry the Hare is praying at his sickbed, his crucifix has a frog nailed to it instead of Jesus Christ. The frog is presumably Kermit the Frog, as Meet the Feebles is an overall parody of the Muppet Show.
Yeah, but they've never been able to say it. Although in an episode of Muppets Mayhem, Peter Jackson appears and he references Meeting the Feebles in Wellington earlier that day. So that's their nod in Disney. So there was actually acknowledged on a Disney.
I like
Muppets
to, well, in that case, that means it's in the same universe.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, what I think this film does really well, better than any other film, I think this is an accurate portrayal of the absolute worst of Hollywood. You think you hear all these horror stories that go on behind the scene. Yeah. You could say, this is what...
The rat, Bletch.
Yeah, but you also think like this young, ambitious sort of hedgehog, that's the general public. That's people going, I'd love to be in Hollywood. I bet it's amazing. I bet it's so glamorous. Yeah. And then when you get there, it's all sex and drugs and cheating and violence and people dying and then covering up. Like when the frog killed the cat on the board. Yeah. Because he's having his bloody...
is he a frog or is he
he's a frog.
Crocodile?
No, he looks like a crocodile. Yeah. I thought he was, but no, he's a frog. Because they mentioned that he's a frog. But when he kills the cat and they're just like, oh, for fuck's sake, right, we've got to get someone else. And then he gets the little Roger.
Hedgehog.
And he starts thinking he's one of the Viet Cong. Like deliberately trying to kill him. I liked how he died as well, where he just sort of lost the knife. He's like, huh?
And it goes to the top of his head.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It is really, really good. I mean, it is not like any other film out there. Like, it's like, even like sort of, like you get these other sort of dark kids stuff. There was like, sort of, was it Jungle Burger, Fritz the Cat, that type of thing.
Yeah.
This is nothing. This is so on its own. It's like, it's almost like the Rocky Horror Show of puppets shows.
What was that other one? Melissa McCarthy was in one a few years, probably about 10 years ago. Do you remember? She was in a film called The Happy Time Murders.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that.
No.
So that was basically like the Muppets, but it was murder, and it's all like it's got the detective having sex with some girl and something like that. And I remember when I see the trailer, and I just thought, well, this is obviously like Meet the Feebles. It's meant to be. I watched it, and because Meet the Feebles is so gross and over the top, watching it, it's like this is like a kid's version. It's like if someone like the censor went through Meet the Feebles and took out all the.
But I think a lot of kids did watch this film. I don't think the parents was oblivious to it because it was puppets. They just probably went, they're watching whatever. They might see the odd little thing, go, what was that? Oh, and they must have misheard whatever they've heard on it, like fuck off and all that.
You fat slag. Fuck you. Yeah. It is like Hollywood.
It is definitely like Hollywood.
And I'd say to anyone who dreams of being in Hollywood, saying, this is the kind of environment, these are the kind of people you would actually meet, because they are genuinely what the people are like. You think the people in this are bad.
And that flight, and then he gets his wings pulled off.
But see, even the fly, that's like, that is the press. Yeah. That is exactly what they're like. If they found out, like, David Beckham had some sexually transmitted disease and was dying, they'd be all over him. They'd be eating his shit. If it meant they'd get a story, they'd be like, yeah, oh really, tell me more. Winding them up, trying to get more out of it.
They're just...
and when he had his wings ripped off, he thought, it looks gross.
Yeah, then he got flushed down the toilet, but he deserved it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it stands alone. It does stand alone, and it's still good. I mean, I really enjoyed it, and I was shocked at how much, like, how grotesque it was. But
yeah, because I never
noticed it when I was younger.
No, but I knew. This is the thing. I remembered loads of key bits. I thought, right. I remember like him vomiting when he comes out of the thing. I remembered the fly eating the shit. I remembered that the frog was doing like heroin or whatever and stuff like that. But for some reason, it just didn't sort of seem that bad in my memory. And then when I was watching, I'm thinking, this is really bad. I'm surprised, because really, there's a big risk. I know he'd already done Bad Taste, but to follow it up with this and take so many sort of libbies, because surely when they were shooting some of those scenes, you know, they think, why are we shooting this? They're going to cut it. We're wasting so much time and money. And they thought, no, we'll shoot it, we'll do the extreme version, and then we'll see how much they let us keep. And thankfully, like, they kept, I think, most of it. I don't think there's any...
Well, it was hard to get hold of for years, apparently, until nowadays. I think there'll be the odd VHS floating around, but apparently there was some extended scenes, as there was certain bits in other ones. Nothing that you'd go, oh, that scene's been cut. Because I mean, there's nothing I think that they could cut from this that would be. Everything was left in, but I think that there was maybe the odd. There's talk about, I don't know if it's true or not, like the odd extra number, or there was a longer bit of the Vietnam, or there's longer bits of other characters' storylines.
I think if anything was cut, it weren't cut because
it's for pacing.
It was pacing,
yeah,
because it's well paced. It goes through. It's like this sort of, and I like that it's all set over like the 12 hours, and it's like Fame. Really, it's sort of like showing like this show business world, and you get all these nice balance of characters. You know, you learn.
And they're all good characters.
And they all use over-the-top characters. They've got these over-the-top accents. You know, like it's the bulldog really like, all right, Bletch, and you've got the Scottish warthog and stuff like that. Because straight away...
And like the Siamese, like the Southern Belle thing. Yeah,
but you know straight away what kind of character they are within 5 seconds.
And it's like a Northern, like, you know, one of the girls in the who's with Lucille and all that, and she's like, "Hello, love, blah blah," you know, like sort of like some.
She starts saying to Heidi that when she's got to go, "Now, Heidi, what are you doing this for?" Blah blah. She just shoots her, blows her apart.
I love it. I still love it, and actually, I like it even more now because it's so offensive, and it is like. It's so rare to see something like this, especially on YouTube. I mean, but if anyone wants to see it, go and watch it on YouTube. It's the whole film's on it, and it's a good quality. So
what did it get? On
IMDb? On IMDb, this got 6.6 out of 10,
which is good.
Good,
that's really good considering the material. Because considering there's bound to be loads of people who were duped into think, even with the poster with her holding a gun, you'd look and think, oh, kids film, and the amount of parents who must have gone, I'll stick that on. I mean, maybe
we all watched it, and I think like cousins of ours all knew it, but we all no one was shocked by it. We all laughed. Oh, wasn't it funny? Maybe there's a lot of stuff went over our heads.
I also think it's a cultural thing because this is made in New Zealand, and New Zealand, Australia, Britain, I'd say, and Ireland. although Ireland did ban it, but the working class of Ireland are less shockable. So we'd watch something like this, it's really funny, we make gross out humour kind of thing. I can't imagine if it was an American production that it would get any traction if they'd lift it up. So when we watched it, we were like, this is funny and stuff, but I don't know whether it done that well in America. I don't know if it would float with the American audience, because...
No, but can you imagine the generations now, if they found out about it, it'll be getting banned.
Well, this is it. I'm surprised.
It would definitely be off YouTube.
I'm surprised they haven't sort of been baying for Peter Jackson's blood, saying you've got to apologise for this bit and this bit.
Oh, the whole film. I mean, like the Vietnam bit. It's like,
well, hopefully he never does. You know, I respect him if he never does.
Right, Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
The critics gave it 72%, and the audience 73%.
That's good.
That's really good, isn't it?
Really good.
I mean, and that's nowadays. So, right, but the budget was 750,000, which 89.
750,000. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's the same price it costs to make that new film Obsession.
I know, but I mean, this
is. Yeah, but
back...
you think puppets and all that as well.
Yeah, but I just wish. Where's everyone getting this money? I want the money.
And box office, it took 80,000. So it was a big loss.
Yeah, but it also, you know, it's
there's no loss now because look at Peter Jackson now, and it's a cult following. It is a cult thing. It's like a lot of people it's not like Rocky Horror Show, but it's like the puppet version of Rocky Horror Show. It's in its own. You can't put it in the class of anything else. There's nothing you could say that is like that film. There's no other film like this in that genre. Like Rocky Horror Show, there's no other film like that in that genre.
If you showed Rocky Horror Show to someone though, and they said, "Oh, I didn't like that; it was too extreme," you wouldn't then say, "Oh, watch Meet the Feebles instead."
I would if I didn't like them.
Yeah, I suppose if they didn't like Rocky Horror Picture Show, teach them a lesson. Say, right, watch this then.
Yeah.
But no, it's good.
But
good,
I loved it.
I knew this was on the cards at one point, so But I still liked it. I thought it might be one of those things I'm watching there and thinking, it's not that funny anymore.
When's the last time you see it then?
Probably about 30 years ago.
Yeah, I've got to say, about 30 years. I remember lots of bits. I remember I remember the whole of the song, like That Garden of Love. I remembered it. I remembered, I remembered the massacre scenes. I remember like lots of the big parts in it. I remember with the fly. I remember with the shit. So there was bits in it I remembered, but it's just 30 years or so. I just didn't realise how bad it was when I watched it again. You know, in my brain, it wasn't as bad as what it was, but I love it because it's so bad.
Yeah. No,
so let's Meet the Feebles, and well, if you've watched this podcast, you'll know what we're talking about. So that was a good film. Anyway, right, Charlie, what are we doing next week?
I thought we'd go back to the 70s, 1974, I believe.
Oh, the year I was born.
Yeah, was it 74 or 73? I can't remember. Anyway, Chinatown by Roman Polanski, directed by Roman Polanski.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Classic 70s film, critically acclaimed. Basically, like Meet the Feebles.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's not Meet the Feebles. It's just like it's a detective thing, but it's like a homage to the old film noir films, the detective stories. Right. You know, you think Maltese Falcon.
Okay, we'll give that a go then. And please like, subscribe, and share. If you've got any recommendations, you can leave a comment, or you can email us at justthatfilm@gmail.com. And if it's something that's worth looking at, we will give it a go, and we'll give our opinions. Yeah, so that's it really then. So next week we'll see you with Chinatown. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh shit.